Hello and welcome to my weekly health tips. We are going to talk today about the importance of eating fat. You may have heard me before, but this is such an important subject. I want to make a podcast just on this. So, first of all, we need to distinguish between the good fat and the bad fat because fats have gotten a bad reputation for the past 60, 70 years, and as a result, a lot of people have been brainwashed that they should eat a very low-fat diet. They want to lose weight, they need to eat low fat. If they want to avoid cholesterol buildup, they need to eat low fat. If they want to avoid cardiovascular disease, they need to eat low fat. Well, all of this is absolutely wrong, and it's now being proven to be wrong by scientists. So what are the good fats? The good fats are essentially animal fat, as in duck fat, goose fat, chicken fat, pork fat, beef tallow. Why are they good for us? Well, first of all, these fats are very stable when you cook with them. So they're not getting rancid, they're not getting oxidized very easily. And we need a fat to be stable in order to not poison our bodies. So you can cook with these animal fat. You can also use butter or ghee, which is clarified butter. And you can also use what we call medium chain fatty acids, such as coconut oil or palm oil. There have been a lot of studies done on coconut oil because of its properties to the brain. There is a woman, a doctor, that gave coconut oil to her husband who had developed severe Alzheimer. And she did that 3 tablespoons to 4 tablespoons every day for 18 months to 2 years. The before and after coconut oil are remarkable. The man was not able to draw a clock. That's usually the test that neurologists will give to Alzheimer patients. So they have to draw a clock with the small hand, the large hand, and the numbers. This man was absolutely unable to do anything like that. But after 6 months, he was starting to put the numbers where they belong. And after a year, he was starting to put the small hand and the long hand where they belonged when we were asking him, for example, to put 315 or 320. That's a better example. And 18 months later, he was able to draw a normal clock. So from that experience, there was a lot of studies done on the benefits of coconut oil, and it's now known to fight Alzheimer's disease, but I think it's fighting many other diseases, neurodegenerative disease. What are the bad fat? The bad fat, the very bad fat, are hydrogenated ores. You can find hydrogenated ores in a lot of food, a lot of modern food. It's in crackers, chips, it's in a lot of breads and sandwiches, it's in prepared food because it acts as a preservative. It's certainly in the fats that are used in fast food. If it is totally hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated, it's the same. If you see that word on a box of cookie or a box of cereal or whatever, you just put it back. I used to tell my patient, don't buy that food. Just put it back, boycott it. These hydrogenated ores have been extremely transformed and manipulated from the original ingredient, like corn or like soy or like whatever, rapeseed, to the bottle that you buy at the supermarket. There's about 20 to 25 different processes that take place in order for that oil to be odorless, transparent, and able to cook. But the transformation that they have to endure are really, really severe. They are, for example, discolored. They are based in different acidic liquid. They are deodorized with very aggressive deodorizant. They are bleached. They really go through a process that is simply horrific. You don't want to buy anything that is hydrogenated. It's basically fat that is rancid. And don't forget, when something is rancid, it really stinks. So in order for them not to stink, then they are deodorized. These vegetable oils are poison. They should be absolutely banned by our societies. But of course, they're cheaper and easier to manipulate than animal fat. So animal fat got a bad reputation in the 50s and the 60s, and the industry promoted vegetable oils. They still do. You can't believe food industry. You know they are hand to hand with the FDA and politicians. So stay away from any vegetable oil unless it's olive oil that is cold press and extra virgin. That's the only vegetable oil that I use, and you don't cook with it. You just use it for for salad dressing, or to drizzle if you want to drizzle it on any food. That's fine. So why do we need fats? What is it? What's the big deal about fat? Well, fat is an extremely important ingredient, like I said, for your brain and for your nervous system. That's the most important. Our brain is made of 70% of fat tissue. So you need fat to nourish your brain and to nourish your nervous system, and for the cells to communicate between them, meaning to nourish neurotransmitters. You also need fat to make hormones. We make our hormones from cholesterol. We need cholesterol in order to make sex hormones, as in estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, but also to make adrenal hormones. Adrenal being our survival mechanism, or fight or flight mechanism. You also need fat for your skin, hair, and nails. You need fat for your immune system. You need fat for your gut flora, which I talk about all the time. So we do need to eat fat. In the vegetable oil section, I forgot to mention that you could use and eat avocado and avocado oil. This is not transformed, so that's fine. Jojoba oil is very good too, and of course to put on your skin. So what about cholesterol? And what about arteriosclerosis? Isn't it that when we eat saturated fat, as in animal fat, we're going to plug up our arteries? No, 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 and no. This is absolutely not the truth. This is, again, I believe, the food industry that made that up and bought different research universities to show us studies telling us that these animal fat were creating cardiovascular diseases. This is not the case. You can read many books about it. One of them is from Natasha Campbell McBride, called Put Your Heart in Your Mouth. It's all referenced. Everything is referenced. You can take that book to any doctor, any cardiovascular doctor, and show them, prove them that fats don't plug our arteries and don't increase our mortality from cardiovascular diseases. Yes, when you eat saturated fat, you may increase your cholesterol. And I'm going to say, yay to that. Good. We need more cholesterol in order to make hormones, in order to feed our immune system, in order to feed our brain. I would like to have more cholesterol in my blood. My blood cholesterol is at 178. just tested recently. A lot of doctors would say that's excellent. It's not bad, but I would like it to be higher. I'm getting older, so I need more cholesterol. And I eat tons of butter, tons of cheese. I eat sausage and salami every day. I eat pate. I eat organ meat. I eat all the fat of the skillet when I'm cooking a lamb chop or pork chop or anything like that. I adore it. But in fact, the more fat, saturated fat you eat, the less your body needs to produce it or to push your body to produce it. So I guess that's probably the reason why my cholesterol stays normal low, is because I eat a lot of cholesterol food. I eat tons of eggs, and this is all good. I think it's one of the key to stay healthy and to live a very long life. So go ahead, have butter. If you tolerate bread, put it on a nice piece of sourdough bread. Enjoy it. And enjoy your eggs and enjoy your pate. I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.